told you I'd be back. I just want to start off by saying I've been very, very busy. I have been watching videos, and I know, I'm getting a lot of bad comments, and that's okay. Everyone has their rights and opinions. You could say what you want. The only thing is that I don't lie because I'm showing you facts. These are facts that they didn't say. They didn't know what soft begging was and such. You can see right here, again, the heart with the dollar sign. This was published September 26, 2018. And she's getting ready for her anniversary, which is great. They go away to a little hotel, and she gets all ready. She does makeup. Now, I don't know if you recall recently, she said no, she didn't ever do makeup, ever. Let's go ahead.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel.
Let me make sure.
We're in the
hopefully you can hear her and me.
In
Houston at the Holiday Inn.
Kitchenette. I already have food unpacked. Look at this bathroom. A walk-in shower. It's like I've died and gone to hotel heaven.
Right? Big walk-in shower. That's nice.
So excited. I think I'm going to vlog with you. Oh, there is the bench. Okay.
So I do want to point out, this is 2018. She's showing you around the hotel room, and she's winded. So this is 4 years ago. She was 48. There should have been some doctor's appointments much sooner. I'm not sure why. That's her thought and why she doesn't go, but a moment.
Sorry, they always have like a bench where you put your luggage, your suitcase, and I couldn't find it in the closet because it's out. It's out over there. I'll stop spinning around to the window. I mentioned it the other day in the Dollar Tree haul that Jim and I are celebrating our 18th wedding anniversary this weekend. And we are fortunate enough.
They need to do things like that.
To be able to afford a room at the hotel.
Another thing, you don't have to explain how you can afford it. That's your life. You do what you want to do. Don't explain to nobody. We don't need to know. I think then she'll goes in about hotels or something. .com or
the Holiday Inn through hotels.com. I've been a hotels.com member forever. This is probably my 6th or 7th free room that I've gotten, because whenever anybody needs a room, and even if I'm staying with them or not, I say, let me see if I can get a better price and book it, and then I get credit. They don't care, or actually I just tell them to sign up, and if they don't want to sign up, then.
Now, when you sign up, I believe it's just a free thing for hotels and flights and such. So, I'm not sure.
Book it, and I get the credit. So, we were so fortunate to get such a good deal on this place. It ended up being with the free room, 1 room, 2 nights for the 2 of us for $107 after tax. I know usually you don't drop prices like that. But that's what it came to. It was 74 hours a night with the free room, and then the tax came to $107. So happy, and it's so beautiful. It's like such an elegant looking room. Not the places that we stay aren't. This is really nice. So I'm a little sweaty. I'm gonna pump the air up. Then I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready to pick up Jim, and I'll take you guys with me when I go. I'm so excited. See you then.
See, now that's great. She was so excited. Then she showed her undergarments with the prices and such. Her dress.
Hi, everybody.
She's all showered and getting ready.
So, if you watched the last Get Ready With Me video, I was going to a Women's Connection luncheon with Aunt Sue, and I put on my makeup in the car. And my friend Sharon, who is a Mary Kay consultant, said, "Oh my gosh, your makeup is jacked up. What are you doing?" She sent me a whole bag of makeup for my birthday.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you. It's just, her saying she never applies makeup, never did, never had an interest in it, but she does. Who doesn't? I mean, there's plenty of times I don't wear makeup. I just brush my hair from the night before, and I have to go. I have to run. My priorities are always first. However, in 2018, she was still having difficulties with limitations. I'm not sure of the year that they moved to Missouri, but she was limited mobility then. So, and I understand. I mean, there's plenty of people with limited mobility. When my fibromyalgia, and I'm not going to get into myself, but I'm going to point out, not knowing what soft begging is or asking for donations, putting this up on your video, that's asking for some type of gift. Now let's see. 1 second, because I haven't hit it yet. I want to see what it says. One moment. Super thanks. Okay. You would have to scan something probably from the TV. My phone is recording us, so I shouldn't have did that. Sorry. So anyways, well, the TV's going back to the home screen, and this is the TV that I really dislike. It's the Vizio. The only reason I haven't gotten rid of it, it still works. I mean, it's a great picture. It's a great sound. So, but see how slow it is? And I do the updates daily, and so I do apologize. But while I'm getting back there, what I would like to talk about is apparently Jerry's friend was commenting yesterday, and yesterday I had a full day. Yesterday I, as you've seen, I went to the dump. You know, I get up at 6:10. I get my son to work by 7. I come back home. I take care of the cats. I'll let Mickle out. She's still with us. I'll, you know, feed my cats, do such like that. And then, you know, Amelia's up by 8:30, no later. And I get her breakfast ready. Today she just wanted a bagel, so it was quick and easy. So, you know, like I get her bagel. I do a lot in the morning. Then when I leave to take her to preschool, today she was, you know, it starts at 10. And we got there probably about quarter after. And then, you know, this is the same thing as yesterday. Then I came back home. I loaded the mattress up so I could take it to the dump. And, you know, going to the dump took a minute. And then I had to stop and pick up prescription. And also, don't do it again.
So, I mean, I've opened it.
Also, diapers. So that took a little bit. So by the time I got done with my running around, I came home, I had about 15 minutes, and then I had to go out and pick JR up from work, and then I went ahead and picked Amelia up from preschool. I didn't get home till a little after 4. So it was a long day. Let me see here. Okay. Her craft room cleanups have been going on for years. Cleaning and organizing. Everyone wants me to watch this one right here. And I also have to say that Jim today, I did watch his video. I'm not going to react to it right now, but I am going to say that he called out the Gossip Bakery and myself, and that's okay. You can look. I haven't been to the Gossip Bakery in at least a couple months. I don't even look it up anymore. I don't have the time on my hands, actually, but I was chatting in there, and some of the people, you know, they were right on. I didn't like the name calling, but I certainly let them know that when I said Jimbo, yeah, I'm letting you know. And they had also, I don't remember who it was, asked for this way back. And people in the comments had asked for this video. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewind this one. And I just noticed there's no heart on this one. Let me see. I'm noticing the time. It's about 2 p.m.
10x on those 2-3 days a month. Like,
Sorry.
just be regular gym. I already don't have patience for regular gym those 3 days a month. But
Don't do it to me. Apologize.
there's
Okay.
okay.
All you missed was high vlogsters.
I'm back. He's gone.
She waited for him to leave.
Boy, I'll tell you. You know, it's about to be that time of the month, and I want to rip his eyes out.
Well, now the clock
You guys
says
are
like
oh, you two are so in love.
quarter
How do
till
you do
2.
it? Oh, we don't always do it.
Nobody always gets along.
I
Seriously.
love him, I do. But I am human after all. That's all. I'm only human. Alright, so let's show you all of the groceries, but I forgot to pick up hummus.
There's a lot of breaks in the video, so I'm wondering, did she take things out?
I really tried. He was giving me a lot of grief in the store. I'll tell you about that later. Maybe I'll vlog tomorrow. Once a month I'm gonna have a vlog where I vent. I'm either crying or I'm mad at my husband. That's what it's gonna be from now on. Anyway, this, so we picked up that. And so that's everything from all these. You guys wanna hear me bitch about my husband? I will just tell you, the conversation as such went on the way home. I always start off with an apology for my behavior. Because even if I'm hormonal and I'm edgy and I'm cranky, there is no excuse for acting out. There really isn't. Yes, it is the reason, but it is not an excuse. I should be able to control my behavior at times. But here's what it was. So we planned to run to Aldi between breakfast and him going to work. So we had breakfast like 11:30 we were done eating.
Well, that's late. That's
And he has to be to work at 2. So we had time, and Aldi is really just 5 minutes up the road. There's a store.
So I'm just going to say one thing. If he had to go to work and she was going to be home, why didn't she just take the van, go get her Aldi's and come back, have Jim unload it, Jim go to work? That's just my thought and opinion. That's what I would do. I wouldn't want to rush my husband to a store before going to work. You know, when I was working, I had to, you know, a routine. When you're in a routine, okay, sorry.
I'm coming, so I didn't want to put it off. I was out of milk, I was out of half and half, and I was out of creamer, and I was only on my first cup of coffee, so I had nothing for my second cup of coffee. I do keep powdered creamer in there, like sugar-free vanilla Coffee Mate, but on many
I don't
occasions,
recall
it gives
this
me
cutting up
indigestion,
before.
So it's sort of a last resort. So
If she took it out.
we were finished with breakfast, and even before breakfast, I guess the nice way to say it is, Jim requires me to have a certain amount of patience as a wife. Most husbands probably do.
Mm-hmm.
But Jim has some issues where he had he has social anxieties at times, and he has, I actually called it like social.
Now, you know, it was said in a recent video of theirs that don't try to be a doctor, don't try to assume. No, these are my thoughts and opinions. And these are Jerry's thoughts and opinion. She's not a doctor either. Google. That's what Dr. Google. Someone said that too.
For retardation when I met him, because he really
Retardation.
had not known how to be around people. And I know that sounds like
Social retardation.
he's not
That's
just
not
an
even-
introvert. Because if you've seen him, he's not really just an introvert. He just didn't learn how to
Seriously.
be around people. He is an only child, raised by, even though mom wasn't an only child, she was so far away from her siblings age-wise that she...
Wait a minute. In one video, was it, oh, maybe it was she was the baby, so that's why she was babied. Okay. I thought Jim's mom was the only child, but I could be confused.
He only had siblings for a short period of time in her life, it seems like. But her dad was a huge had a huge family, but his dad was the youngest, and his dad died when he was young. So it's sort of like, I don't know exactly what is the reason for it, but this is just the facts. The facts are that he doesn't really know how to be around people. So he's always required a certain amount of patience from me, which I
Clock's
praise
strange. Now it
Jesus and
says
God
2.
that I was granted with patience when I was born. I
She
just
had
was
to
the
cut it
person
out.
who was always patient. But once a month,
Okay, wait a minute.
to put it politely, I no longer have the patience for him. And not only that, then I am irritable. So here's how it goes. If Jim is at always like running on his level 3 of gymness, and I'm at a level 1 of jerryness, we balance each other out. My patience comes up and brings me to a 3 to meet him, sort of. Let's put it that way. If it's that time of the month, I already lose that 2% of patience, and I drop down to about level 5 of irritability. For some reason, he goes, I call him Jim times 10, Jim 10x. Jim goes to like, his behavior is just modified extremely, extremely, extremely. And I actually just said something kind of horrible, and I don't mean horrible like, not horrible to him, but I said horrible. Sometimes when you put horrible things out in the universe, horrible things happen. I said, can't just for a couple of days a month, and then honestly, though the cycle can be like 5 to 7 days, the irritability is really just 1 or 2 days. It's just 1 or 2 days where I just need TLC from him. And I said, can't you treat it like almost like I have cancer twice a month, and just how nice you would treat me? And that's the horrible thing I put out there, by the way. I said, can't you just treat me like I'm ill, actually, like, and you need to care for me and you need to like step up your game?
Okay. I no longer have a cycle. I'm going to be 60, obviously. Mine started menopause very young because my son passed away. I do have to cough. Hold on one moment. I apologize. So my son passed away, and that was in April. By July, I wasn't having my monthly any longer. I went to the doctor, and he stated that it was a shock to my system, and I was going through an early menopause. So, but like my sister had bad cramps. She like wouldn't participate in gym and such. But how can you get so angry that you would want to be treated like you were ill? It's not disabling. You know what I mean? It's women get that. It's nature. It's part of our bodies. That's what, that's how we were born. So to say something like that, if anyone else can explain it to me, please do. Because all I would say is, if it were me and it was in my position, again, my thoughts and opinions, I would just tell my husband, hey, just leave me alone today. Or I would just go to the bedroom, say, just leave me. The thing is, he does so much for her, even back then, that she probably drove to the Aldi's. He probably ran in and got the groceries, came back out, loaded it up, and then Jerry came back and she sat and he probably brought all the groceries to her. So with her saying that she can't wait to get up and be active again and go for a walk, I think I seen her walk one time, and that was with a baby stroller, and I believe that was in Texas as well. So here's for everyone that wanted to see that. Let me go a little further just to see what else is in there.
And that's where I left it with him. Like, I apologized when he left again. I said I was sorry and that I loved him and all these things. But ladies and gentlemen out there, it's just so taxing. And I said 20 years. We've been together over 20 years now. 20 years and 1 month. And I'm like, 20 years of being together, you still haven't learned to just not be Jim 10X on those two.
And you haven't learned in 20 years?
Just be
that he
regular
doesn't?
Jim. I already don't have patience for regular Jim those 3 days a month, but when you amplify your negative behaviors, like, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you trying to do? Anyhow, we went to the store, and his mental capacity was stressing about the time. The whole time he was stressing about the time. He knew the majority of what we needed to get because he...
Okay, so she knows Jim does get very stressed. She's been with him 20 years. Why would you do this before he went to work? Why didn't you do it the night before if you knew what you had? Or, okay, if you've forgotten, 11:30 breakfast, maybe woke up earlier, took the van and gone. I just don't get why Jim had to go.
Actually was the one who inventoried the freezer and refrigerator and cabinets. But when we got to the store, he was like dumbfounded. And I was like, go get what you think we need. Like, even if he picked up the wrong things, there's a 50-50 chance he's gonna...
Okay, there you go. She just said it. So you go in and get what you think we do need. Why didn't Jerry get out and get what they needed? But when she gets walking, she's going to do walks and everything, okay?
Gonna pick up the right thing, you know what I mean? I'll take that 50% as opposed to you holding the shopping cart down. What are you holding the shopping cart down for? Like, I don't understand. So, alright. I was communicating with him some things we needed. I needed help getting creamer because I haven't had creamer in a week and a half. Just because. Actually, it's probably only been a week, but it seems like a week and a half. I've been drinking the half and a half, which is more than adequate with Splenda. I just drink half and half with Splenda. But I really wanted the creamer, and I know we know that the creamer at Aldi, the reason I don't always rely on getting creamer at Aldi is because there's the case may only have 1 or 2 bottles of sugar-free in it. And today we had to go pull out 2 whole cases to get to the 1 sugar-free creamer in the last case.
Oh, hold on. I have to apologize. God bless. Apparently she did go in, so I do apologize for that. It's the way she made it sound. It sounded like he was in there alone. So I'm sorry.
Heather, you still haven't learned to just not be Jim 10X on those 2-3 days a month. Like,
Didn't go over
just
that.
be regular Jim. I already don't have patience for regular Jim those 3 days.
Oh, and do you
We
see
went
the
to
clutter?
store, and his mental capacity was stressing.
In one of her videos, she had said that she did a minimalistic house tour, that they're going minimalistic. There's been a problem for as long as she's been on the channel. It just gets bigger and deeper, and that's why she has to do all the, the craft room, always doing it and fixing it up and arranging it. And
what are you holding the shopping cart down for? Like, I don't
sorry,
understand.
it's back to that.
So, alright.
This is where she says we.
I was communicating with him some things we needed. I needed help getting creamer because I haven't had creamer in a week and a half. Just because. Actually, it's probably only been a week, but it seems like a week and a half. I've been drinking the half and half, which is more than adequate with Splenda. I just drink half and half with Splenda. But I really wanted the creamer, and I know we know that the creamer at Aldi, the reason I don't always rely on getting creamer at Aldi is because there's the case may only have 1 or 2 bottles of sugar-free in it. And today we had to go pull out 2 whole cases to get to the 1 sugar-free creamer in the last case.
I wouldn't even be able to spot it, to be honest with you.
So I got that, but I needed his help. And he's like standing there staring at me like I'm speaking another language. And it's sort of like, what is happening? Like, I'm trying to be efficient, and I'm trying to be expedite things. I'm trying to really get this shopping done quickly, and it would be great if we were a team. But this is that time where he's just gonna like be somewhere else. And I said to him when we came home, because he was continuing it, even after the conversation on the way home, he's still continuing to just be like,
anti-destination leave. I never got to tell you. So anyway, we're done with breakfast, and instead of leaving, he got something delivered in the mail today for me, and he wanted me to open it. And I have a video. He basically bought me a gimbal, so I have a video that's on Instagram. You guys will see, but so I had to sit here and waste 20 minutes playing with this gimbal and setting this gimbal up, and then I was like, we don't have time to go. And I know because I've dealt with some men and males and male children in the past, that when they do this thing where they delay it to avoidance, and they also, some, not all, some also do a air to avoidance. So basically, like, when you ask your male child to load the dishwasher and he loads everything where nothing gets clean or everything in the totally wrong spot, some do that psychologically to not be asked to do it again. I mean, that's just studies. You mean like that?
And, you know, I believe Jim said that I'm not a psychologist. No, indeed, I'm not. No, I never claimed to be. I'm just pointing out things that are inconsistent, that you said, no, you've never soft begged. You plain out asked in the one video I showed. On most of the videos, you have the heart with the dollar signs.
It's just history. Again, that's not a stereotype. That's not everybody, 100%. But it tends to be something that happens often. I know we, men and women, process things differently too, but I think that today was that. Today was like he was going to prove himself right, that we didn't have enough time to go, so he was going to drag his feet, pretty much, and like metaphorically drag his feet the whole time we went shopping.
I would have went without him.
And finally I was like, I forgot the vinegar. Can you go get the vinegar? I just need him to get out of my face. When we go shopping, oh sorry, I thought I fixed that. Oh, then the timer went off, sorry. When we go shopping with Mom, okay, sorry. When we go shopping at Aldi and we go shopping with Mom, he either stands at the side of the end of the shopping cart or at the end of the shopping cart. Usually at the side of the end of the shopping cart. And if I find something that goes into the, like I usually keep the cold and the safe stuff up front, like the milk and the eggs, and then cold stuff. I hand something to him and I'll put it in the shopping cart. Today he was just like behind me. And I'm like, why are you behind me? Like, this is new. This is a new behavior.
Not to be rude or anything, but it just came to my thought. Could that be a sign of like autism? And I'm not down in autism because I support it. You know, autism, I wear my shirts. My best friend's grandson is autistic, but maybe he was never diagnosed. Maybe, you know, he needs a physical and check out just to see, because for an adult just to be at the side of it or the front of it, that's saying something as well. She's the leader. She's definitely the leader, and she feels like Jim is her child, and my thoughts and opinions, she has Jim take care of her.
I was picking out frozen vegetables. He's standing there and he's sighing now and rolling his eyes. It's only 1 o'clock. So we still have an hour to get him home, put stuff away, and he was already dressed for work, except had to change his shoes. So, we have like all this time, and he's like,
all this time. Does anyone like to rush to work? I never did.
So impatient. Go get the breakfast sausage. It's like 2 cases up. You don't have to hold the shopping cart.
She thinks it's funny.
Oh, God bless America. Anyhow.
She changed the subject. There was a door.
Yeah.
Her mother-in-law.
So that's my marriage, my story in a nutshell.
You see?
Seriously, though?
Okay, so you all seen, hold on. Come on. You all seen, did you hear the door? Which the mother-in-law's bedroom door is off the living room. She was talking about Jim. She stopped. Now she's coming back. Let's see.
It's hard for me to talk about this, like, on a vlog, because Lisa's probably like, I told you. She never said don't marry him.
Listen to Lisa.
she basically let me know that he had issues when we first met. But I knew he had issues when we first met.
You
But
sure
I also knew
did.
that I was the person who God put on this planet to deal with the issues, to love him unconditionally.
Or control him unconditionally.
But the funniest thing was, and I know I thought I was done, but as I go to say goodbye, the funniest thing was yesterday he was talking about somebody at work who was just being defiant for the sake of being defiant. Like, oh, that person who you tell, you say, push the mop back and forth because that's the way the mop head works. And they just decide to go side to side. And I was like, yeah, I'm married to him. But that was today. I was like, you just are being defiant for the sake of being defiant. Like, I got this gimbal that he bought for me. Now, just to give you some background, I started the YouTube channel almost 3 years ago. I've been wanting a gimbal for about 2.5 years because I used to do shop with me's as a regular part of my channel, and people would complain about the picture going up and down, but with a gimbal it kind of gives it a little bit more smooth up and down transition, so you don't feel like you're jiggly, but you can see things like smoother. Which is really why I only vlog sitting at a table normally, because otherwise, I waddle and you see the camera waddle and that kind of stuff. So, but we were putting the gimbal together. I was asking him to read the directions and he wanted to have his hands on it, and I'm like, well, how am I going to learn if you do it for me? I'm not a good teacher. I said, I know, that's why I want to have my hands.
To me, it sounds like she doesn't trust that he could do it himself, and she has to have the control of the situation.
On it, because you can't teach me. So he's adjusting this knob, and I said, I have the knob adjusted as far as it'll go. And he kept twisting it, and it fell out. So then he was frustrated that it fell out. So he's trying to put it back in. So then the second time I went to go figure this adjustment out, I opened the knob all the way. Again, I never mentioned all the way until it'll fall out. I adjusted it all the way. And then he takes it to try to, I wanted him to see the sensitivity of the arm. And after fighting with me for 3 solid minutes about why he doesn't have to do this, that he believes me. And I said, I'm not asking you to whether or not you should believe me. I'm not trying to convince you.
Argued over that? That's another thing I don't understand. When people want to argue and bicker and make a point, you know what? If they don't see it, let it go. Let it go. Why bother? It's yours. He bought it for you.
I want you to see it. So if you ever have to go adjust it, you know how minutely you have to adjust it. Why do I have to do it? I just told you why you have to do it. Why are you like... So the first thing he does when he finally gets his hand on it is he tightens the screw. So what are you doing? He goes, I'm tightening the screw. It didn't need to be that loose. And of course I let it go. And when I got the stick back, I said, okay, so it didn't have to be that loose, but did it have to be tighter? Like, I don't understand. Like, why couldn't it be that loose? Like,
It's a battle between them at times.
like, just do the, like, And I will tell you, normally during the month, I can let that go. I let all of that go. You can almost tell, like, because I get a little anemic when it's about to be the time of the month. And even though I do take the iron occasionally when it gets really bad, this has to happen before. Like, I don't do my own blood tests at home, except to test for sugar. So you can't tell that you're about to be anemic. And because my cycle is not a 28-day cycle, I don't always know that it's coming. Plus, I'm at a certain age where I don't always know that it's coming. So you can kind of tell I get like a little of the anemic dark circles under my eyes. So that's everything. I know, I love him. I know that when he gets home, I will be so much better. But I also know that right now, I'm glad he's at work. Which normally I'm not.
Come on, how many
I'm
wives
also
or
glad
girlfriends
that
were
I
happy
have
that
tonight's
their
video up.
husband or boyfriend was at work, you know, when you have the day off. So I'm going to stop it there. I do want to say that, you know, you don't have to subscribe to my channel. It's okay. I am perfectly fine with that. I'm not looking for donations, for hand-me-outs. I'm just trying to point out the inconsistencies of, you know, she gaslights him. She controls and manipulates him. Just as I was saying, when he started to look good and take care of himself, in the one video I showed you, which I did a review on, she said, no, shave. Like, she liked it, you know what I mean? Not the Nordic way. However, when she came back and Jim looked as good as he did, and then he was doing the Nordic diet and wanted to go down to minimalistic living. I mean, I would want to go down to very minimalistic living. Very. So, if anyone thinks that I'm getting so many pop-ups right now as I'm recording this, because I do record from my phone, and I'm sorry I've not been able to get to them, so I want you to know I appreciate it. I just really haven't had the time. By the time I go ahead and put this in one of the apps that I use, it's going to be probably time to pick up. It's 1:35, so it's going to take a while to bring it over to my program, to upload it, to process it, and everything. So just know, if you have a certain video you want me to watch, let me know down in the comments below. Also, I'm giving the Gossip Bakery and a couple people in my comment section, I think it's Zoe maybe, aneurysm. I can't remember how it is exactly, but I do believe she signs it Zoe, asked for this PMS one as well. And I believe a couple other people, Linda and such. So just know that people aren't making up lies. These things have been said. They're out there on the internet. You aired that. So don't get mad when someone comes up and, you know, says, well, no, you said this. No, you said this. There's times something has been said, and then a week later, something else has been completely said. I remember hearing that her sister broke both legs. Then I heard something where I believe, was it her back? She hurt her back. And then something else, but then they all went on a cruise. So before I went on a cruise, in my honest opinion, my sister had stage 4 kidney cancer. My cousin, my relative, I would choose to spend some time with my relative. When my cousin Frank, he had cancer, I went down there to visit more than once. And, you know, I needed to see him and spend time with him. So you guys can all make your own decisions. I am going to go through more videos, but you know me, guys, I do have to run. I do have things to do. But until then, just always remember, I'll be back. And I thanks everyone. Thank you. And someone said they have screenshots of what was said from Lisa. Oh, and let me address Lisa. Lisa, yes, we did have a chat. Yes, I told you I wouldn't do it any longer. And the more and more I seen about with the camping and the RV and Jerry's so sick, like you say, why would she even make plans for RVing or van life or traveling? Why? And then put up like, was it a tent or a sleeping bag or something, showing the exact item, and then there's the $sign with the heart with the $sign. It's your friend, and I'm just stating the truth. These are things she has said, she has done. So guys, until later.